All right, you guys, I'm a little disappointed this morning, this early afternoon. I come onto the forums, the Dovetail forums. I know that Train Sim World 4 early access starts today. It started 2 hours before PC and Steam for console users. So of course, I come on the forums because I just want to read. I want to see, are people already discovering issues? How has the experience been for downloading and starting up this game for those that are just getting access to it? And as I'm searching through Train Sim World general discussion, looking for those topics, looking for those threads, I come across New York Trenton Timetable thread with over like 40 replies or something like that. Tell me why I click on this and my worst possible fears are coming true. I don't know where this was posted, but apparently somewhere Dovetail wrote, during testing, we've identified crashes related to the updated timetable's impact on different hardware. So in order to allow players to enjoy the content, we've had to adjust the timetable from what we've previously mentioned in roadmap articles. So are they going to make a new article letting us know that it's actually not going to be releasing in the way that they told us it was going to be releasing in? That's what I want to know, because if I had never come on the forums, I would have never known about this. I would have just assumed that come launch day on September 26th, we would have been getting the full timetable that was promised and advertised to us. And a lot of us have pre-ordered Train Sim World 4 for that. I find it funny how now they're not really bringing it up until early access is just now starting to be rolled out, because if I would have known, honestly, I would have probably canceled my pre-order. They also write, we will offer standard and light timetable options which are recommended for 9th gen and 8th gen consoles respectively. Okay, I'm fine with that, but does this mean that the PC version of the timetable is going to be cut back so it's less than what was promised to us in the article? I mean, I can understand that stuff happens, but like, I just find it so weird how things are pushed to the very last minute before they tell us things. I don't know how long they've been in testing for this or how long this has been public knowledge, but I'm just finding out about it today. And of course, this thread was made yesterday morning on the forums. So the director of community, JD, does post some more information on this, writing to clarify, when we've been testing, there have been crashing issues on both 8th and 9th gen, and it's likely freight, which are all pretty much AI, will be removed from both, at least whilst we ensure the experience doesn't suffer. To manage expectations, it's highly likely 8th gen will have further reductions just because the memory on older hardware isn't as powerful. So I guess we're not getting freight on the Northeast Corridor after all, even though most of it is AI. And I was really looking forward to that. And they advertised that freight would be coming in the article. And I guess now, because of performance concerns and crashing issues, we probably aren't going to be getting freight at all. And it sounds like that is for both 8th and 9th gen, most likely including PC, as usually PC and 9th gen go hand in hand with each other. This is definitely very disappointing. Like, I can understand, things happen and there are issues. It's just so disappointing to read this, especially this close to release after, they've collected money from a lot of us that are looking forward to getting our hands on this new timetable as soon as Train Sim World 4 drops. JD does also write, still testing to make sure you have the most amount of content available to you. So all this is still yet to be fully confirmed and will update with launch the final offering. Gosh, this is so messy, but it's like, this is Dovetail. When is it not messy, Like, I actually am a little upset. Like, honestly, it really did feel too good to be true when we found out we were getting a new timetable that represents pretty much everything that we'd get in this area, plus also freight. Very, very disappointing to read this. Also curious to know how much will end up being cut from 8th gen. I mean, that doesn't pertain to me, but those players are probably gonna have even less going on. So Joe is the one that actually made the new timetable, and JD writes that Joe likely won't be able to provide more info on this as the content is being tested at the moment, and we won't know the final outcome until the root on those platforms have a clean bill of health. JD also writes, worst thing for me or Joe at the moment would be to say this is what is planned to be, and then testing means we have to adjust that. Appreciate you're keen for the information, but we'll share as soon as we know. I mean, I'm happy they're being transparent. I would have liked to know a little bit sooner. I don't know if that would have been possible, but it definitely still is disappointing and is definitely bad news for Northeast Corridor fans in Train Sim World. One user actually recommends pushing the Trenton timetable release to October just to ensure that things in testing go well and that, something that actually functions properly properly and works right is pushed out, because with the way New York to Trenton launched with as many issues and bugs as it launched with, it would be very unfortunate to see something like this happen as well, where they give us a new timetable and that launches with issues. I would much rather them just wait and push this to another month or later, closer to the end of the year, to make sure things are actually fully polished, because I feel like they're constantly rushing things out. JD writes, it's not a testing thing, it's a memory thing with the layers enabled. Ultimately, there will very likely have to be some cuts, as there's too much there for even the high-spec devices to be able to handle it. Is it really that much though? Because I'm trying to think, how many services are in London commuter? I don't have crashing on that route. That's what's like so confusing to me about this. Is it the fact that it's Train Sim World 4, we have volumetric fog, volumetric skies, and a timetable this large? Is it just the combination of all of those things together? Because I swear we've had much busier timetables in the game, and I'm pretty sure London commuter is going to end up still being busier, though I could be wrong. Maybe this did initially plan to be busier than that, but I don't know. Personally, I'm really excited for the AI freight, and I really don't want them to just cut all of the freight completely. One user suggests limiting a mix of traffic, and I can actually agree with that. Take some freight, take some of the other New Jersey Transit services off. Make it an even split. You know, I'd rather still have that freight than to not have that freight at all. So JD confirms that that is the plan at the moment, to have a light and a heavy timetable that players can choose from. But how heavy will the heavy timetable be, and how light or heavy will the light timetable be? That is the question, and hopefully we get those answers soon. This is literally what I was talking about. Max1319 brings it up. London commuter has 4800 plus and runs on both my Xbox and PC with no issues. That's what I'm saying. This makes no sense. This makes no sense to me. I really don't get it. Let me know what you guys think about this down below. What are your thoughts? No word on when this is coming to Train Sim World 3, but we were told it's coming to Train Sim World 4 at launch. I don't even know if that's still going to be happening. Things just kind of seem up in the air in regards to that, but let me know what you think of all of this. Are you still going to be picking up Train Sim World 4? Or are you going to be waiting for this to come to Train Sim World 3? I know I cannot be the only one disappointed, especially other Northeast Corridor players. That's all I have from you guys today in this video. I will probably cover some Train Sim World 4 stuff later today, but kind of in a sour mood now because of this. But thank you for watching. So long and happy rail simming.